Hello and welcome. Today we are stood outside the hotel number 8, which is the Hotel Savannah. Now it's a really big hotel, as you can see. Starts from just there and it comes all the way over to there, and right beside it, if you were to jump the fence, you've got the Legoland Holiday Village. From where I'm stood, I can actually see the barrels. For reference, if you walked about 5 minutes that way, you would be at Legoland. Before that is Lalandia, and before that is actually the turning to the sculpture park, which you would then walk all the way down to get to the Lego house. The other way that you can go is you can follow this road where all these cars are going. You get to a roundabout that's over there somewhere, and then you come all the way down. But what I want to do is use this new cut through. I've never done it before. I've literally just crossed over the road. I'll try to do the instruction on the other side of the road, but it was a little bit noisy, so all I've done is got to here and stopped. Now I know that these are the embankments and the mounds, so if we were to climb straight up on that bit, we would see the sculpture park, and then over there would be the Legoland Hotel. But what I want to do, and I can't see a single thing where I'm going, is get to the Lego house and see how much quicker it is cutting all of this corner off. So I think what we should be able to do is at some point get to the cafe, so the new cafe that they built, and then just cut straight through the park. So if you are thinking of booking the Hotel Savannah, the number 8 hotel, now you might have a very easy access through to get to the Lego house. It now might be one of the quicker hotels to get to the Lego house. It was never that far anyway, because you could just go all the way down and cut all the way through, but this you can just go diagonally across now, so I'm hoping you can save some time. Now I have done this walk once before when it was actually a track. I've got some very good memories of walking up this way and then walked up to this slope, and then they were sort of racing around in their little horse and carts, which was a very interesting thing to see. But I have not come in this way since the building work started a couple of years ago, so not too sure if this is the slope that we go up. I think I've cut in a little bit too early. I think I need to go down by where those bins are. So we might just have to go a little bit further down, just as a sort of a reference point. But this park has been very well explored in lots of different videos. So this has all been explored in the How to Get Around playlist. So the hotels, accommodations, how to get around, it's all been explored in there. Now that's where their dirt mounds are. That's nice and simple. Now I could walk in a straight line from here and then just cut through and then go down. I mean, the ground is hard enough because it is all frozen, but what I do is I stick to the hard standing, then cut round, which we might get a better view of all the new building bits and pieces. And I would imagine there should be another path up, so I'll check that bit out anyway, and then we can have a look. But I've got a bit of time to kill. This was a big priority on my list. I've been wanting to do this for a while because I've been very intrigued with just how much easier it would be coming from that hotel. I'm staying in the Sleep Hotel currently, because at the time of booking there was no offers on at all. But ideally I would have tried to have stayed there, because that is now in the heart of absolutely everything, just like the Holiday Village and Lalandia and the Legoland hotels and everything like that. But it just didn't work out with regards to timing, pricing and everything else. So Sleep came up trumps with being a little bit cheaper for this visit. But it's a long walk down, but it is easy enough. But there are plenty of hotels to stay at. Now they are all available in the accommodations and how to get around playlist as well. I've tried to do this from every single hotel, but like I said, this is the first time of me doing this, and I am 99% sure that we can just turn right. That should be the new freshly built cafe, what used to be like the old stadium piece, and then we can, well, to be honest, we can just explore it a little bit, because I came down this morning and did it from the other side, and there was a load of work people and work personnel putting in a load of fencing, so we can see what they've done for that. So that'd be a bit of a bonus update if you'd already seen the previous upload to this a little while ago. And then this potentially might be the last or the second to last video of today. It's dropped back down to -2, so it warmed up from -4, and then we've dropped back down to -2, and then it's going to be, I think, hitting -5, maybe -6 tonight, and then it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, but I've got a funny feeling it might be snowing. But we will see. So these are the bins, obviously, and there it does say CAF. So if the camera's not picking it up, but again I look it through a tiny little screen, that is the CAF. Now I think, yes, they've got all the new decking and everything out on on the side just here, which is nice. So simple enough, isn't it? There's the hotel. The building just behind that is Legoland. You can actually see the Legoland badge, and in between those two buildings you've got the Legoland Holiday Village, and all three of them you can, if you now want to, come this way. Coming from the Legoland and the Holiday Village, it might actually be quicker going down the Sculpture Park walk, because you don't have to walk down the main road that I did before I started this. But that is it's very handy to know. So they have a real nice space, and it looks like all the work's been done on the other side, so we can hopefully just walk down the steps at the front if they're open. But you've got all the nice bins, and they do a lot of pallets up this way, so you can see that there's all sort of pallet chairs. They've got the pallet boxes there on the wheels, some cool looking tables, and then they've got all the pallet seating, and on the inside it's got all the kitchen and everything else like that. So this will be a really nice place just to come in, grab yourself a coffee, got your ping pong table. So all this has been redone. It's going to be completely, I say refurbed. I would imagine it's been open maybe over the Christmas, because they have got all of the seating and everything out. And if you did catch what would have been this morning's video that I recorded, over in that file building over there where the skateboard ramps and everything are, they had kept that so clean with regards to just the ramp itself. They had brushes, they had all sorts of different bits and pieces. But we have done a full figure of 8 of this area already. So if you are intrigued to see how far this has come about with regards to all these different bits and pieces and what they're going to be doing with this land, try and hunt down that video. It is in the how to get around playlist, and it is also in the Billund playlist as well. So you've got lots of places to hunt down, or just type in the Sculpture Park and hopefully it might, one of my multiple videos from this area will ping up, because this has just been updated every single time I've come. And when I come back again, when the Legoland Park opens up, all going well if I can, hopefully it might change a little bit more, because the play area and everything is completely in. That's all in and all done. We had a good look at that before, but you can see, in case you are wondering, this is your big map. You've got 3 ways in. That's the way we've just taken. Well, that's phase 2, and that's the calf. So all of this here is phase 2. But that is the cut through that we kind of did. So they will eventually be putting one of those in, probably putting that in. That's probably about the same distance of where I came up to and then came back down. So that would kind of make sense, which would be just over there. That's where we came up, and then I went back down on the hard standing and then just walked back home down. So all of this area here is all going to be phase 2. That's the calf, which we've just had a look at. We're obviously stood around here. That's your play area, which is just there, and there's your play hall, which is all over on that bit. But what they have done, and what they have literally just done, oh, I didn't spot that this morning, they've got all of these in. So that's something that I walked straight past with my tired eyes on this morning. That's what you get when you're rushing around. I think I was too busy looking at the calf, and they've got all the different planting recommendations. So that is potentially this area. It looks like they're extending the play area a little bit further as well. They're doing so much work, everything's changing rapidly. They have added in, I won't go there because the flags are red, so I'm assuming green's fine, red's not, and amber's okay. But you know, so I'm not gonna, obviously not gonna do that on their flag system. But you can see that they have added in this time round the pitches. Now we went over that way and then took the longer way around so we could cut through the barn, and that igloo on the inside was pretty cool, because you had a load of little bits of seating and everything like that, and that was just really sort of like really tastefully done. So it's definitely a place that you'd be coming in the summer, but again, it's very, very fresh now, but it's such a nice place just to walk around. But back to these football pitches, this is the next updated area that they did not have before, but you can see they are doing a huge amount of work just in that bit there, and then they got it pegged for that bit and that bit, like the separate plots, and it goes another two deep, and then behind it, like that bit there, that is your big ramps for your BMXs and things like that, which have all been shown, like I said, on the bit that I did this morning. So we will hopefully see everything that's going to be going on over on this bit. I would like to think that, well, actually I have no idea what this bit is, because we can have a look at the map to see what this new section is going to be, because over in that area on the other side, it did say everything that was going to be done by December, but it didn't say all the new stuff that's going to be done for the new year. So it did look like they had literally just started this morning. It looked like they fitted the gate and all the other little bits and pieces, and they've added in all the bins, they've added in the little bench. They do not mess around this way whatsoever. So it's a very impressive looking place. But you have got the signage still from before, where you could use it as the viewpoint. But this bit here, this is all the new bit, but I don't know, and then if we can find it I will, what that bit is. But you can see it's just got two little gates. You've got one gate on the outside, you've got another gate there, and they've added in a load of trees. They've got some, looks like it's going to be a big hard structured building by the looks of it. So just remember what that looks like, because hopefully on the next update we will know a little bit more from that. But you can see getting all of this together, and they're not exactly small bits of timber either, they are huge things. But this was the original vantage point. That's where you could stand originally. Now it's obviously all changed. And this was one of the 3 entrance and exits in and out, and that is the igloo that I was talking about over onto the left hand side. And that's where you've got your skateboard ramp and everything. So that's the area that we walked through last time, but this corner just here was actually where all the building materials were, and now they've basically all gone. But that igloo is a cool looking thing. You could get yourself lost in there for sure. I don't know how fresh it would be, but it's definitely a good looking thing. And there's another map, but it's just the same as what we had before. So we're coming in to the sculpture park bit. Simple, it's just a straight line, isn't it? So just walking in a straight line, you zigzag through. What I'll do is I'll get you to the main road of where the actual Lego house is, and then we'll jump a little bit forward maybe, just because it is so simple. But we'll see, depends how lazy I'm feeling, because we don't need to film this little bit going past by the school anyway, because it is just a straight line. But behind me, behind the camera to the left hand side, is all where the school is. That's all closed and finished now. And then off to the right hand side, that would be the path over there that you would take if you were coming from the potentially the Lego hotel, more than likely the Landia as well. So a straight line all the way through, and then we sort of meet at this little T-junction at the bottom, and this is where it meets into what was the original sculpture park. So this bit here was all the original bit. This bit never existed up until, oh, I want to say 2 years in October, and we're only January now, so I'll let you guys and girls do the maths. Cut that. I want to say it's probably just over about 12 months, I would imagine. Obviously I know time does fly very quickly, but I noticed that sign on one of the Halloween visits that I did, which I do believe would have been 21. And so Halloween of 21 was when I saw that. 12, yeah, just over there or thereabouts, just over a year. And they've chopped down all those trees, and all sorts of bits and pieces have gone on. Now the water is still flowing nicely, so it's quite strong, just because it has been so cold, and I think it was all frozen over. And from what I've heard, it potentially might have snowed. Half decent amount of snow might have come down on a couple of weeks ago, because when we get a little bit closer to the Lego house, they've got it all shoveled up into like big balls. So it's not bad going. Done well with the weather so far. It just has that feel to it that it's getting cold really early, and if it starts to warm up quick enough tomorrow, I can see it, instead of raining, I can see it snowing quite heavily. But we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see what happens. There's worse places to get stuck than Billund, that's for sure. So it would not bother me if I have to stay here another night. But you can see just how clear it is, and if I don't say anything, you just got all the birds in the background. It is such a nice noise. Now from here it is just a straight line, but there was a load of building work being done, so I think the traffic might be quite heavy, which means it's going to be quite noisy. So I'll get a little bit further down from here. We'll go past, in fact, if I can, I might go right and we can see what they've done to the library, because they were doing a lot of building work to the library last time we came. So this is also an update video, as well as how easy it is to get through. But I can see the Lego house from here, and I can see some of the rooftop from here, so you can't get lost. If you could just walk in a straight line through all the buildings, that's what you would do. One road, you've got the path on the left, you've got this bit on the right, that's all footpath, and then that's your stream. And it just, I think that's a beautiful view from somebody's garden. It's amazing. But all of this has been blocked off even more than what it was last time, so this will be the first time me seeing this. I've not walked down this way yet, because what I've done, I've filmed a load of other stuff going different ways to make it slightly different for everybody, just to try and help out. But this has all been blocked off, and I asked one or two people what they were doing with this, but because it's part of the library and part of the church, but people aren't 100% sure. But they've got all of the bits and pieces there, all behind the sort of the big fencing, and they've got a huge amount of fencing, but they have protected the grass with boarding. Obviously it's to stop all the vehicles and everything sliding over, and for the grass to get chewed up. So they're not going to be doing anything on the front of that. These things look fantastic. I can't believe how quickly they got the electrics in for the lights, so those lights will be on sooner rather than later. Now it is looking darker than what it should be, because it's not that late. It is only 4:10 in the afternoon, but it feels like it's yeah, it just feels like it gets darker quicker here than it does over in the UK. But I have no idea what they're doing with that. So if anybody knows and can fill that in, or if you are watching this from the future, let us know, because I have asked one or two people and they're not 100% sure. But they did have some more sculptures just where that wagon is. Well, actually, that's a lie. They're just there, look, over on, they're still on the grass. So they've put the fencing round the sculptures on the grass, so they're not going to get damaged, and they haven't been moved. And they do look very, very, very impressive. Now, straight line from here, do I take you all the way, or should I just go quiet and then just get there and finish the video? I'll get some more steps in for you. Walked out, I think I'm on like mile 13 today, I think. Not bad going, not bad going. A lot of walking. But this is Billund in the evening. Peaceful as anything, and learned a lot of new stuff about Billund today. I've met two amazing human beings in one of the Lego stores that's just beside the Lego house, and they were telling me that all of these units are, and you know, who owns them with regards to how they're associated with the Lego group and so on and so forth. So it's not just the Lego house here that they have a lot to do with. They have a massive impact on Billund itself. It really is incredible how they've done it, and you know what it is that they are getting up to and doing. Now this was what I thought was going to be loud and busy, because I thought everybody would be coming down this way, but clearly not, because it's just me on my Todd and there's nobody even walking around, so that's not too bad. But that is the Lego campus just up there. That is available again in a completely different video. And then you got the new shop open called Normal. That was in the process of, I think they're doing the electrical tests last October, because it had all the lights on with nothing in it. So I think that had just been done. And then down in that bit, if you wanted a full tour of Billund, that is all available as well, just to see what shops are open for the 23 season, because this is January of 23. And then we're about to hit the Lego house now. So guys, if you found that useful for a little walk and a wander, then obviously please do let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff from different places, like Germany is on the list this year, so I'll try and do things from there, then please do let us know in the comments below. But if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But we are here, this is it, this is the massive Lego house. I'll stop at the big 3 bricks at the front, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to forget or get lost going that way. It's so easy, super easy, super safe as well, and it's super fresh. That's another battery gone. But like I was saying, if you find these kind of things useful, I am off to Germany hopefully at some point this year, so I'll try and do the same things to try and make your visits to there as simple and as easy as possible. But we are about to hit the three famous bricks which everybody always gets their photos taken. But you can tell it's getting cold because all the plexiglass is starting to get all the, well, freeze actually on the inside. Now I could be sneaky because they are doing a huge amount of work inside the Lego house for preparation for tomorrow, and it does look like it's going to be an incredible display, but I'm not going to spoil it for myself or anybody else. But guys, I say it one more time, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.